told interviewers she ruined him financially. But fans who watched Loni's interviews say she was calm, composed, dangerous in her restraint. And here's where it gets real. Because after all that noise, Loni went quiet. She stepped out of the spotlight, gave fewer interviews, and focused on raising her son, Quentin, whom she adopted with Bert. Some say she was rebuilding. Others believe she was plotting a second act. But even in silence, the whispers followed her. She never really healed. One friend hinted anonymously. She just got better at hiding it. And this is where it turns messy. Just as fans were starting to celebrate her legacy, her brains, her beauty, her barrier-breaking roles, rumors surfaced that Loni had been quietly planning a return, not in front of the camera, but behind it. Allegedly, she was working on a memoir sequel, maybe even a streaming docuseries. One source even claimed she was in talks with a major network to finally set the record straight. But now, she's gone, and the project mysteriously shelved. After her divorce from Bert, you'd think the drama would die down. But Loni Anderson's post-fame years were anything but quiet behind the scenes. She became one of Hollywood's most misunderstood figures. Fans remembered the smile, the curves, the perfect hair. But casting directors, they saw something else entirely. To them, Loni wasn't a multi-dimensional performer. She was a brand, a blonde bombshell in a tight dress, frozen in the 70s. And no matter how many interviews she did or charity events she showed up to, the roles stopped coming in. She'd proven her comedic chops, her dramatic edge, even her hosting skills. But the phone didn't ring, not like it used to. Hold up, because it gets even messier. Multiple insiders claim Loni was this close to landing a major voice role in a Disney film in the 90s. Rumor has it she auditioned for multiple characters and crushed them. But allegedly, execs dismissed her without a callback. Why? Because they said, quote, audiences can't unsee the swimsuit poster. Imagine being denied a dream job. Not because you can't do it, but because your own image is too iconic to escape. But Loni didn't stop there. She pivoted to writing, speaking, and advocacy, especially around COPD, a disease that had ravaged her family. In interviews, she talked about growing up in a house filled with cigarette smoke, about her dad's struggle, about why she never picked up the habit herself, and for years, she quietly championed awareness and health education. But then, whispers started to swirl. Online sleuths noticed something strange in her final public appearances. Her voice? Softer. Her breathing? Slightly strained. Some even claimed she was looking frailer than usual. Despite always appearing glam, she told reporters she was in good health, just taking it easy. But fans weren't convinced. Because just months before her death, she was allegedly spotted meeting with a ghostwriter at a Beverly Hills cafe. The meeting was short, less than an hour, but the speculation was immediate. Was she working on the untold story of her career? A memoir? A private confession? Some say she'd been keeping notes for years. A hidden journal, a folder of saved letters, receipts, names, timelines, everything. But now, it's vanished. And then, the internet exploded. The official story says Loni passed after a prolonged illness, surrounded by family. But no specific cause was ever released publicly. Some believe it was related to complications from COPD. Others, more conspiracy-minded fans, claim something was off. Because here's the thing. Her passing was announced by family, not her rep. No official statement from any studio. No mention of that rumored docuseries she was supposedly producing. And despite decades in Hollywood, the tributes? Surprisingly tame. Short quotes, basic condolences. No deep dives, no revelations. And yet, behind closed doors, her friends are finally talking. Morgan Fairchild posted a heartfelt tribute, calling Loni the kindest, funniest, most gracious soul in the business. But buried in that sweet message was a curious detail. There were so many things Loni never got credit for. Fans immediately latched onto that line. What didn't she get credit for? Was it roles she secretly helped cast? Scripts she punched up without credit? Or something more personal, like shielding her son from the industry's uglier side? You're not ready for what came next? Because one of her former assistants, who worked with her during the Bert era, went viral for a TikTok claiming Loni once told her, "The only thing worse than being underestimated is being remembered for the wrong story. And at one point,